Hello, everyone. This is Hendrix from Starseed Talk, and today I'm here with Watner Phillip, and he's from Florida, and he's going to talk about his awakening and how he became awakened and changing his diet.
All right, so basically, I was referred or actually introduced to the movie The Matrix, which I'm sure everyone's familiar with. And I kind of related with Neo with the whole I'm living in two different worlds and the whole awakening process, and it was like wow, it was just more of it wasn't the blue pill, red pill, but it was like more of the rabbit hole. And once I kind of like opened that door, it was like a floodgate. It was a floodgate of information. It was a floodgate of different types of ways of awakening. It was a floodgate of things that you shouldn't do versus things that you should. It was just like, I was living a lie for the most part. And, most people can't, cope with living a lie or even admit to living a lie, but it was like I was living a lie. So I had to kind of like step back, pause, take a breather, and fix my perception on life and my perception on different things that kind of perceived to me, you know what I mean? And I needed guidance. I still need guidance, I still need, help on certain things or certain situations where, I may be doing this right or I may be doing this wrong. But now it's just like I'm following my spirit when it comes to me making decisions and when it comes to me doing certain things. It's like I follow that
Amazing.
gut. Yeah, I follow that gut instinct, and I
Amazing. I was just going to say that. Follow your spirit self, follow your higher self. You will never be wrong. It's like empathic. Just go with the flow of the energy. If it feels wrong, don't do it. If it feels right, go with it.
and that's basically how I've been going about life as of the awakening. And it's been an exciting ride. I'm not gonna lie, it's been exciting. I've been meeting a lot of awakened people. A lot of people like out of nowhere. I know how that is. The spirit attracts good spirits, even negative spirits, but I've been attracting a lot of good spirits and a lot of guidance, and it's just been amazing. It's been amazing. I like I said, I'm from Florida. I grew up in a single parent home, so my up up I want to say my upbringing was just it wasn't rough, but it was different. Because a lot of households you got one dad, you got a dad, you got a mom. And my household was nothing like that. And I seen a woman struggle with three kids, and I don't know if that even that made that spirit that I have in me strong, or how could I say combative, just towards like certain situations. I just wouldn't be. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's just
I'll
one of those
explain
situations.
it for you, man. How it is most star seeds when they incarnate, they actually have very hard walks in life. A lot of them are raped by their parents, sold off into slavery, abused mentally into broken homes, drug addict homes, all of the worst things you think of. The reason why we incarnate into these is because so we understand it better and how we can change it. And star seeds usually live the hardest life, so nothing can break us in the future, and so we can help and teach those that have been broken like that. The best way to learn anything is to live it.
And that's what I've been doing. And I've been rebellious. Being in a household like that, you grow so rebellious. I've I've done hard time. I've been to prison. You know what I mean, and came back reformed. And prison was another time where I kind of like found myself. It was like wow, because it's so much solitude. You got 23 hours of solitude, and then you got 1 hour of just distractions. You know what I mean? But then you got that 23 hours solitude again, and that's when you really focus and tune in to like certain things. And I did a lot of reading, a lot of books, and it's just one of those things where I try to hone my skills. You know what I mean? And I wasn't even awake at that point, but you could kind of feel like you're awake because you're alone so many times of the day. It's just like wow, okay, what's going on? It's like a questioning thing, like what's going on? Like you're alone, but your thoughts are running so wild, and you just can't like capture what you're trying to think about or what you're trying to do. And I even wrote a book, and I don't know, I just got so creative with the whole being alone and just honing my skills on different things such as writing and music and poetry. And it just, I feel, you know, that's just like a basic intro into my pre-awakening. Not even know that I was awake, but my pre-awakening. And it did a number on me. It did a number on me. It really did, you know. Then you get back into society and you kind of like, what's next? What do I do? You know, the distractions are back big time, heavy. You know what I mean? You
Oh
got to get a
yeah.
job. You got to, you know
You
what
got
I
released
mean?
back. You got released back into the Matrix.
Get released back into the Matrix, right?
Oh yeah, you got plugged right back in.
Plugged right back in. It's like, wow, hold on, wait, what's going on? Everything's moving fast. It's like, if you know you're not supposed to do this, but you do it anyway because it's your survival. You have to survive in this type of environment, and it's like, wow, hold up.
There's
You
no
see all
such thing
these.
as right or wrong. Never be too hard on yourself, my friend. Like, we all come from a past. We all do dumb things to human perspective, but really, at the end of the day, there's no such thing as right or wrong. Just because the law says something is wrong doesn't mean it's actually wrong. But anyways, yeah, being plugged back in the system, like, it's like when I had my awakening, I kept getting sucked back into the system and the matrix, and I would be asleep again for 5 or 6 months, and then something else would wake me up, a conversation with someone else, or like a word I would see. I'd be like, whoa, what the fuck I've been doing? Like, almost been droning for 6 months.
Right.
And then you're just like, fuck, I need to work on my spiritual, like, because yourself keeps waking up, and or like your higher spiritual self will keep ripping on your body and like, let's go, like, stop falling for the shit. It's very you can't even hate the Matrix. It's such a good control matrix, because when people watch the movie The Matrix, they're like, oh, it's a computer program. I'm like, how do you know you're not in a computer program right now? Like, even fucking what's his name, the guy that makes tests, Elon Musk, always talks about on Joe Rogan podcast, we live in a matrix right now. Like, we are in the matrix. And then Joe Rogan's like, no, maybe in 100 years from now we'll be in a matrix. I'm like, how do you not know this is a computer reality? Like, we're all protons and neutrons, and everything's on a frequency base, same thing as a computer. How do you know the universe isn't just a giant program, right? So,
Big question.
and I have so many
That's the
people
big.
that tell me that it is. I have so many starseeds that are AI computers that incarnate here. And like, Source is an AI biological computer. That's all it is. Technically we are this body is a biological computer. That's all it is. What's the difference? What there isn't. We're all from Source. We're all the same.
That's interesting. Interesting.
It's about
And I feel that
perspective,
same.
right? It's like how you said you had to change your perspective, right?
Yes.
You change your
Yes.
perspective, then you're just like, holy shit, like everything is the same. We're all brothers and sisters, and we're all neighbors, right?
Right. And it's crazy, like you meet somebody and you have to let go of a lot of people, you know, once you're awake, you know what I mean? Because you don't want that. You notice that energy, you know what I mean? Because your energy is so vibrant and high, and your frequency is so high that once you get around something that's not as high or even as close, it's like, okay, wait, what's going on? Yeah, this person that I used to hang with, or this person that I used to, you know, go out with or party with, whatever the case may have been, it just doesn't feel the same, you know? It
Oh,
doesn't
I
feel
had the
the
same problem, man. When I became awakened, my I don't even talk to them anymore. They're so low vibrational, so low dimensional thinking that like fuck, I can't even explain it, dude. Like, I just have no interest, nothing in common, and
yeah,
like,
I understand.
yeah, it's weird. It's just like, yeah, like, all my new friends are super awakened, super spiritual, or they're just beginning, or the humans that I'm friends with or dating, they're open to it. They're not closed off to it. So they're like, they're they teach me. They want to be learned. So it's good. The sheeple, the closed-minded, I always just tell them, I'm like, you're probably a few incarnations from being awakened. So like, there's a lot of them that need to be die, repeat, die, repeat, die, repeat until they have their own awakenings, 1,000 years down the road. So
And that's the problem. Not even a problem. It's just like, wow, because sometimes you want them to be awake. Sometimes you want them to be on the same wave
yeah,
because, you know,
you're a
you got to.
star seed. I'm a star seed. Your and my spiritual evolution is millions of years more advanced than any being on this planet, right? So we have to remember it's patience, respect, love, and nurturing, and just give it time. That's all it is, right? That's we have to understand. Like, we're sixth and seventh and 12th and 20th dimensional beings trying to communicate on a third dimensional, very very low vibrational vibe. So of course there's gonna be irritation and and all that shit, right? So
But it is an amazing journey. One thing I can say for sure. Definitely. Once you know, not fully awakened, but once you know okay, this is the take. It's like, wow, I can't wait to see what happens next. I can't wait to see what happens next. I can't wait to see what happens next. That's
So
like where I'm
interesting.
at. Like it is, it really is, bro.
Yeah, it's like it's not even a military battle. It's a complete spiritual battle, which is completely different. You can't just go punch. I'm draconian, right? Draconians are so dominant in military and like controlling and like dominancy and push their way through shit. And but like that's nothing here. You the more you do that, the more negative you get and the more you descend. So this is a complete spiritual and loving battle where it's complete love and acceptance and
Right.
forgiveness, and that gets you out of the system, right? So a lot of humans are like, oh, we're moving into 5D. I'm like, you're in third dimension. You can't skip fourth dimension. Fourth dimension is where the reptilians live. You got to deal with them head on and deal with your past karmic reactions and take care of them. Then you can spiritually evolve to fifth dimension, then sixth. But that's like fucking 30, 40,000 years of evolution still to go for you. Like you first you have to shed ego. Well, I see ego every fucking time I leave my house. It's
Yeah.
everywhere. And plus we share mass consciousness. This is a mass consciousness planet with all beings, all like you can't go to the fifth and sixth dimension and still eat meat or anything. That's all complete loving and peace. There's no such thing as titles. You have to think about everyone is equal, every being is equal, even an ant to a spider, everything is equal on a level plane. Then you can ascend. Because then you're allowed. You're the only way you can ascend by free will of what source or humans call God is raising your vibration, raising your vibration. That's why the reptilians don't go fucking up to sixth or seventh, right? So
And that's kind of like, bro, like I'm to the point where I don't even like. I love animals. Like I love insects. I love, you know what I mean? Like, bro, I wouldn't even step on a roach anymore. Like I used to just,
I know.
oh yeah, insect. You know, I don't
I'm
even do
so
that.
different too. Yeah, yeah. When I had my before my awakening, I'd go kill a spider. But now with my awakening, I get mad at anyone. I get mad at someone that pours water on an anthill. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Those are beings of incarnation. Like a ladybug stuck in my house, I'll go grab some paper and put it outside and I'll leave. Like that's me now. So
Hey, bro, and I used to think like, bro, what is going on? Like, I would intentionally not try to kill. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be crazy. Like, what the hell just happened to me? Like, I usually just swamp, but it was my thinking. My thinking got a little stronger. You know what I mean? And I think like it's just one of those things where I just felt connected to that one insect, or I felt connected to that, animal. Or I felt, you know what I mean? So it's like, wow, it's different. You know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? It's
It's
way
almost the
different.
same as a human abusing a dog or a cat. Like me, like that insect is just an incarnation, and me stepping on that's still abuse. Me trying to purposely kill that's still an abuse. It's just
Right.
chilling. It's hanging out in its own
Right.
incarnation with free will of choice. What the fuck do I have to do anything with it? Like just hang out with it, talk to it, share energy with it. It's not fucking hurting me. It's just walking across
Right.
my floor. What gives
Let
me the
them
right to kill it, right? And just like people when they go fishing and stuff, right? It's super, super, super annoying. So
Yeah, fishing. That was another thing. Like I used to love fishing, bro. And I was like, you know what I mean? No, I can't do that. You know what I mean? It's like I just took a life away. I'm not gonna do that. To me, I don't even eat anything that bleeds, anymore. You know what I mean? It's
mm,
just I'm to the point where like plant life, like what is that dinosaur called that only eats plants? I'm like
yeah,
that,
I
man.
hope my body gets that evolution. My body's still pretty like I tried to go vegan, it almost killed me. But I think it's based on certain blood types, because certain blood types are like super draconian vampirian that they are just like mosquitoes. Mosquitoes can never eat leaves; they have to eat blood. That's just who they are, right? But the way we eat meat completely different. Like there's that technology where they grow their meat now, right? So you could get rid of all suffering if you just grow your own meat, right? Same with reptilians. Reptilians eat humans all day long. But it's also um, reptilians. They also, when I saw them eat a human, they're not just eating the body; they're eating the life force essence of that person. So it's like such an energy thing. So there has to be a soul energy in that body for them to eat. Like they don't eat clones; they have to actually eat a energy essence. It's like a cocaine high for them. So it's almost like an
Mm.
addiction for them. But if the reptilians could learn to just grow their human meat instead of kill it, but they're a predatory race, so they like to hunt. They're just like lions; they have to let it loose and hunt. That's just their thing. And a lot of people are so hard on them, but like when I was in one of their bodies and living amongst them, it's just a normal life. That's just who they are. They don't see any wrong to it. They're just like, we made you, we own you. Like, what's the fucking problem? Just like how our humans abuse cows and chickens, right? Like they see nothing wrong to it. This is like you
Right.
go to a reptilian planet, you go through McDonald's, you order like a baby human with a side of human women legs, right? That's normal to them. But here, that's absurd. But we go to McDonald's, order chicken burgers or beef burgers, and that's normal to us. So it's all
Exactly.
perception, right? So like when I go and eat humans in front of me, I'm just like, well, it doesn't bug me. Like I personally, because I have no, I really don't. I don't. It's no English word for. I don't care. I do not care for the humans. I just really feel no sympathy for them. So if they
Right.
get eaten, I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
But if you try to eat a fucking cat or a dog or an animal from me, I will fucking burn you alive, right? So yeah.
I understand where you're coming from now. Okay, you're good. I feel like
It's because humans actually can actually defend themselves. They have the technology. They just don't. The Dark Fleet SSP just don't share it with the masses, right? So animals are truly an innocent being. They're just like kids. They can't defend themselves. They truly loving. Like there's nothing wrong with them. They actually more. I think animals and kids are more spiritually evolved than most adults or most humans. So
defenseless for the most part. You know what I mean? Unless you're a tiger, or a lion, or a gorilla, or something like
mhm.
that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But yeah,
but that's their nature, though, right? Like that's just who they are. They don't create weapons to have an upper hand. That is who they are by birth. That's humans, like if they want to go hunt a fucking lion one on one with your bare hands, see who wins. Right? Make it fair. Make it fair. Not fair fight. Don't shoot it from 100 miles away or what 50 kilometers away, where the fuck it is they shoot range is at. Make it fair, right? So
yeah, they'll do nothing but try to make a coat out of one. You know what I mean?
so with your spiritual awakening, what's your dreams like?
You know what? It's I really capture the moment when I do. I it's like when I do, it's so faint, and then I can't really capture like the moments in the dream, So I try to like fix myself in the dream or something by reading something, like, you know what I mean, trying to get that to. I don't know. I try to like program my mind in a way that I'll dream about something that I read or something that I have an interest in or something that enlightens me or something that just something based around this spiritual awakening, and it's kind of hard for me to capture that moment for some reason. I don't know why.
I think your
I
pineal
don't.
gland is still crystallized, my friend. Try to do the distilled water thing for a year. Get on that with pink Himalayan and sea salt. Distilled water will completely get rid of all the acids out of your body that has been fed into your diet since you're born, and it will decrystallize your pineal gland so your memory comes back full tilt. And then eat pink Himalayan salt before bed, like 3,000 milligrams of it under your tongue. Let it go through your bloodstream system, and fucking boom, boom, memories, and you'll be off planet traveling with aliens, talking to them for years at a time. Only 5 hours will pass Earth. And if you ever wake up to go pee at night, go on your phone and voice type or quickly type all the memories that you just remember quickly, and that helps triggers everything. So when you wake up in the morning, you're just like, oh wow, I didn't know I recorded something, and then or you could just listen to the recording, and all those voices or trigger words will actually activate those memories again, and that's how you get your memory. Keep doing that for about a year, and like now my memories are like full tilt, like I'm off planet daily. Like I was gone
What?
fuck, I was gone yesterday or last night's sleep for I was in a multi-parallel reality to this one, with different versions of myself and different versions of my friends and ex girlfriends, and I was about there for probably 3 weeks, and then only my watch said I slept for 7 hours. So, yeah, I was not in my body; I was somewhere else. But you get to that point, it's all died. The reason why they put fluoride in our water is actually a Nazi German thing they actually got from World War II, is to crystallize our pineal gland, make us dumb down, more subservient, sicker, and fast foods are everywhere. So our parents feed us that from birth, and it's completely poison and toxic to our brain and our pineal gland to make us asleep. Plus, you drugs and booze and all those low vibrational diets will dumb us down. And it takes years. Like I've been doing this now for the high vibrational diet for about 4 years, and I'm fully awakened. So like it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. So
That's exciting. I can't wait for that.
but you become fully awakened, bro. So the only side effect is that you are not human anymore, and it's very hard to when you're in the world to you. It's hard to wear. I don't wear a mask anymore either. I don't wear my human mask. I am who I am. I don't care about judgment anymore. I really don't give a shit. Like I don't care about third dimensional beings trying to judge me. I will be who I am. I'll be an example to all of those that want to wake up. So that's what you need to be eventually, right? So
I understand that. I take that to heart. I appreciate that information. Really, 'cause, just secure the information. Like, oh man, this is just for me, not for you. You know, and I don't understand. I never understood that.
Yeah, that's
I like when
human.
someone enlightens others.
I think it's called human compartmentalization, where they keep information to themselves and they don't share it. I think that's super demonic. That's what the SSP does right now. Like the whole NASA thing is just a complete like cover up for what they actually have. It's just a perception. So NASA rockets and spaceships, like that's such old technology. The shit I've seen on planet they have, man. Fuck, they can like go anywhere. They have like everything that's Star Trek or Star Wars. That's what they have. So
And I was just looking at this lady, I forgot Gina Morris or Gina something, Elliot, Gina Morris L. Colvin, and she has this YouTube channel where she has actual sightings of up in the sky. She has this like special telescope. I don't know if it's like cropped or cropped image or whatnot, but she's like this big figure who just like looks at these ships around her area, and it was like, wow, what's going on here? You know what I mean? A
yeah,
lot of
we
starships, different ships.
you can do that with night vision goggles. We did that in Sedona, Arizona, and California. You get some night vision goggles and you just lay on the grass and just look up, and you can see the stars. Oh, what do you want? Okay, relax. Sorry, it's my cat. And you see a satellite go really slow by, and then you'll see the difference between a satellite and a starship is you'll see a looks like a star. It starts glowing really bright and pulsating, and then splits into three different stars and shoots off in different directions. They're everywhere, dude. Like most of the stars you see in the sky are actually just light orbs or starships just watching humanity, like as a TV show.
That's crazy. And the fact about it is, I believe that so. I intensely has to be what's going on because my workouts are workout during like night, and I'm always and I always see like these certain stars, man, that just place, and it's just like, wow, is that even a star for real? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I question that.
Yeah,
Just being the fact
the
that
bandwidth is very low. It says
it
you're
is. Oh,
yeah. Are you in a bad spot?
probably so. How's it now?
Go to a different part of the house. Go closer to your Wi-Fi.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's better. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I don't know. It's this whole awakening thing is it's like I said, it's one hell of a ride, and I can't wait to actually fulfill the 5D, the 20D, I can't wait to elevate and escalate through this portal of you talking about cat. I got a cat too. It's crazy. Um, but
Yeah,
yeah, that's
we should sorry to interrupt. We should mention also like everyone's excited too for the 5D and all that stuff. Ascension. A lot of people need to understand this is a group thing. It's not an individual thing. We can't like a lot of people are like, oh, I don't want to leave my brother or sister or mom behind or my cat behind or my dog behind when we ascend. That's very wrong thinking. Like I would never leave my cats or my parents, my human parents behind in this ascension. We're all going together. We're not going at all. So that's the whole thing of growing our hearts and being team leaders and loving each other with forgiveness all across the globe, holding hands, ending religion, ending the money system, debt system, getting rid of governments, all that shit. That needs to happen before we even ascend because we have to become as a collective group and just form councils and just love each other for who we are. Create peace and love for all beings, free the animals of slavery, everything. That's how you ascend. So people are like, oh, I'm going to work on my own spiritual ascension. But like, even Jesus teaches that it's called service to others, not service to self for ascension. So if you're working on just yourself, you're just being service to self. You need to be service to others and service to everyone. So we're all loving beings and we're all projecting love into each other because whatever we input is what we output, and whatever we output is what we attract, the law of attraction. So why would we all ascend if we're all inputting just ourselves and not outputting loving to everyone else? Like we have that's the whole thing is backwards. So that's also another reptilian trick is they'll get in people's mind. It's like, oh, just work on your own spiritual ascension. Like religion is just like be only work with the like the same feathers of the flock. Like, only be with each other. Don't worry about anyone else. They don't want to listen. They're not going to send. You have to spread free love, everything, and control. The church is the biggest control freak of all, and the biggest de-evolution of humanity. It's worked very well for the last 3,000 years. That's what it was designed for. It was designed to make humans divide and conquer, like divide and fight against each other, keep us fighting amongst each other, destroying ancient relics of our past. Like the church has, the Knight Templars went around destroying most of our past and actually bringing it to the library of the underground Vaticans, burning Alexandria library that talks about all of our fucking past. And you know what I mean?
Wow.
Like, just imagine, like, all the truth is there. The reason why they went around and did that is because they, if we don't learn our past, our true origins, that they can keep control on this planet. But then people started to find dinosaurs. People started to find the Sumerian texts and tablets. People started to find all these hidden tombs around the world that have similar structures than other places in the world, then the underground water cities. Then people are starting to question where we really come from, and our social studies that we're taught in high school is completely wrong. So
And that's crazy how when we were brought up, we were so brainwashed in the beginning, like heavily, with the church, schools, the things that they would teach us. And I feel like the quicker we can get to the youth, the quicker things, right? You know what I mean? The quicker we'll see a revolution, or quicker we'll see the evolution of the
youth is
mind.
the way. Our
Yeah.
our kids are the future, and if we change our kids' perspective, all of them, or teach this shit, like teach these what we're doing right now. This should be in all kids' classrooms. There are so many indigo children or diamond children that are incarnated today at age 5 and 6, telling their parents, like, what are they going to do about it? We're going to change the world. I'm not even your son. I'm incarnated so and so. Like, they're so aggressive in a change, right? They're going to make changes and nothing's stopping them. And they're super advanced. They're going into their parents' dreams and changing their parents' perspective and awakening. And like, they're super telepathic. I've interviewed one on episode 10. If you want to go watch it, she remembers her entire past life, and she's I think she's 10 years old or 9 years old, and her mom embraces it. Her mom talks about it. Her mom is a starseed herself. Her kids are from different parts of the world, and now the kids are not calling it at birth. They're calling, "Mom, I portaled through you. Thank you for this incarnation. Like, I'm playing your daughter in this lifetime." Because every lifetime, there's a new daughter, new wife, new husband, new set of friends. That's just all learning processes, right? So people can't get too upset when someone dies. I don't get upset when someone dies. I'm like, like, awesome. Like, they're on to the next life. You know what I mean? Like, they're
Right.
out of here. See you later.
Right. And I feel like just like in a lot of readings, the kids, the youth will bring it's more like inclination. You know what I mean? Like kids will bring back that youth, that how can I
The
say it? That
child, our inner child, our inner
right,
child.
the inner child that was just so free, wasn't worried about bills, wasn't worried about this and that and the third, and you know what I mean? Resting or crimes or sex or any of that stuff. You know what I mean? It's
Because
just
that's who we are at birth, my friend. That's who we truly are. We all are all like that. Our inner child is who we are by nature, by birth, and then we're thrown into elementary and high school, and which completely brainwashes us and changes us into egotistical beings. You don't see ego in babies or children. You don't see racism in kids. Nothing. It's all taught by ego and TV shows. That's all it is. That's why I'm like telling everyone, break their fucking TVs, throw out your children's video games that's about war and killing each other. Like, that's all input. You have to change our input so you'll get better output, man. Like, change that shit.
yeah, definitely. I was looking at this, I was so blown away by this. I was looking at this IGTV of Disney being exposed, right? I don't know if you've seen
I've
like
seen
so.
it, yeah.
Oh, bro, like what?
And Ellen too.
And Ellen too, right? I'm like, whoa, what's going on right
Oprah, Tom Hanks, Prince
now?
Andrew.
Oh, these people that you not even, I wouldn't say idol, but like these people had like great skills, like a great skill sets. Like these people had the talents
I
that you
wonder
would.
where they got it from, though, my friend. Just look at the cast of Friends. Just got fucking busted. Friends, you remember the TV show Friends back in the day?
Yeah.
They
Oh,
just
man.
got busted for doing fucking sacrifices before their show.
No.
So how the celebrityism works, and because, like, I love The Rock, but imagine what the fucking Rock did to get to where he is, right? Like so celebrityism, like all the rappers, they do Illuminati, sign like this in their rap videos and stuff like
Right.
that, and they taunt it because there's a reason why. So what it is the reptilians give certain humans around the world power, fame, ego, money, just slavery, just distraction, and that's what they become the poster boy of, right? But in return, guess what they have to do for the reptilians? Bring children, drink blood, adrenochrome, sacrifice kids, bring them kids. Why do you think 800,000 kids go missing every year in the United States alone? Right? So it's like, and then they just pop out of nowhere. Justin Bieber pops out of nowhere, Tom Hanks pops out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Just like we're all the
Yeah.
same by
Yeah.
birth. Like, what makes us any different? Like, and then they're just around rapping, fucking singing, making good movies, distraction. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, I want the celebrity life," and just fanism. Like, I'm a starseed. What the fuck is a fan? Like, to me, a fan of mine would be a good doctor, a good scientist, a warrior that sacrificed
Right.
his own life to save mankind.
Right.
That is someone you should fucking be a celebrity. And like where I come from,
I,
warriors are celebrities, doctors are celebrities, scientists are celebrities. That's normal. Celebrity because Kim Kardashian made a fucking sex tape on ecstasy, fucking a dude, and now she might become first lady with Kim Kanye West. Like,
right. Yeah,
that is
yeah.
fucked up.
Bro, that's the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like you said, bro, like people idolize the wrong thing, and it's
No,
crazy.
yeah, yeah, and
It
if
gets
and
wrong.
if human civilization ever ends, I will go back in time of like the reason why you guys fucking ended is because you guys idolized Kim Kardashian instead of a scientist.
Right.
That is why Kim Kardashian is the reason why humanity failed. And if Kanye West gets into presidency, that you just know the control system
It's
still.
over with. Yeah, it's over with, bro. Listen, like there's just certain after what we're going through now, there's no way that you can put a musical artist. That's like The Rock saying he wants to run for president. It's just that it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You haven't been taught on these type of things. This is not your schooling. This is not your arena. This is not the way you've been brought up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You don't know the outs of the situation and what to do in certain predicaments. So it's like, wow. Yeah, there's
yeah.
this.
It's just like I love your President Trump. I do. I think he is the right asshole for the right job because he is. I'm sorry, he is. He
No,
since he's been in office. You guys ended the North Korean War the next day. Like, fucking people are Russia's willing to work with him. North Korea is willing to work with him. He doesn't want war whatsoever. Like, he's all
right,
focused in instead of out. Right.
right.
And people are so hard on him. You have to remember, like, if the CNN and everything's so hard on him for 2 years, there's a fucking reason why. It's because they can't control the motherfucker, right? And he's so unpredictable. So they're gonna make everyone's perception. Oh, we hate him. He's such a womanizer. Well, fucking guys grab pussies all the time. Doesn't mean they're fucking bad, right? Like, it's locker room talk. Even he
Right.
says it's locker room talk. And someone that's squeaky clean, like Obama or your other presidents, look at them, man. Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton are going down as biggest cocaine traffickers and pedophiles ever to be presidents. Like, come
Which
on.
is
Like,
fuck, yo. When I seen that too. That was right along with
Hillary's under fucking investigation. Her next trial's in September. The reason the whole COVID was released was to be a distraction to capture all these pedophiles, to bring everyone down. That's why Trump keeps announcing on Twitter, the swamp's draining, it's super deep. I didn't know it was this deep, right? Like, you
Huh?
have 27,000 indictments alone in the American government on pedophilia and Pizzagate. Like, it's going to be announced. Just wait, September, October, it's going to come, right? It's going to be like,
Jeffrey
oh,
Epstein.
COVID was a made up thing to keep you distracted. So while we arrested Ellen, Oprah, all these pedophile rings, like that pedophile ring, that underground city was found in New York Square Park, where all these kids were fucking tied to beds, thousands of them, and that's just one base out of hundreds they found already, right? Underground cities in Thailand. The when I was in the Dark Fleet, they used my super soldier to liberate underground sex city in Kuwait. We found one down there, and it's massive, and like the church is huge into this shit. So
And that's the fucking problem, like, because I have a child, and so when I see, you know what I mean, when I see something like that, bro, it kind of does something to me. I get out of spiritual mode a little bit, and I have to catch myself. I have to catch myself because I get like anger towards things that you can't even control. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, it's like see me, I'm a draconian. I can understand why a reptilian eats a human. I understand that completely, but I don't understand why a human abuses or rapes a child. In my off-world missions, they threw me in. They took my soul out and threw me into a child avatar, raped me, abused me in front of I was laying on a bed in front of a guy's bunch of suits, and they're raping me and all, and they're laughing at me, and I escaped a few times. Then they would kill me, throw me into another avatar, rape me again. Just child abuse out the ass, and I would just sit there as a starseed with perception. I'm just like, my perception wasn't like fear. My perception was like, you guys are fucking weird. Like, you guys are into this shit. Like, this is fucking gross. Like, I'm gonna eat you all when I get out of here, right? Like, and and people are like, if you're draconian, why are you freeing underground sex, slave rings, or child trafficking if your species or reptilians eat children? I'm like, eating is completely different than abuse. It's just like, I don't agree with animal abuse, but animals get killed every day for food,
All right.
right? Humans get killed every day for food, but I don't agree with abuse whatsoever. I think it's completely wrong, right? That's just my perception of it. So
That's deep.
yeah, that was down the rabbit hole to the
That
left.
was deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
So we got 5 minutes here. So I want you to give a message to humanity and then a message to starseeds.
To humanity, namaste. Just stay focused. I mean, I for me to be awake at the age that I am. Trust me, there's hope. There's definitely a lot to learn. Um, just keep a focused eye and keep your third eye open, and practice what you preach, and try to stay positive throughout whatever you have to stay positive through. Um, don't let the TVs and the YouTubes and the distractions distract you from what's really going on around you, and just stay focused. And to the star seeds, I can't wait to get it. I can't wait to become a star seed. I feel like it. I
You
feel
are
like
a
I'm already.
starseed. You're not becoming one. Just be who you are. Open
Who you
yourself.
are.
Get ready. Activate yourself. Be the teacher in your community, and let your friends lead by example. Don't lead by teachings. Don't go around worrying about teaching someone. Just be who you are at all times. Don't be human. Take that human mask, rip it off, throw it in the garbage, flush it down the fucking toilet. Do whatever you got to do with it. Burn it, and just be who you are. Because then other starseeds will see you. Oh my God, he's being who he is. I want to ask him questions. Then you'll create your own little tribe, your own little community, and then you guys will spread like wildfire. So
Appreciate that.
yeah.
Appreciate that.
Love you, buddy. Thanks for coming on the show.
Love you. I
Love
appreciate
and
you.
light.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. See you then. Peace.